Hi all, Lefty Prepper here, and welcome to the channel. So I thought I'd do a bit of a intro video to my channel, slightly belatedly because the first video's already gone out, but just to tell you a bit about myself and the channel and what it kind of aims to do, I guess. So I suppose the first thing to point out is the channel's called Lefty Prepper, so yes, I am someone that politically is on the left. However, this firmly is not a political channel, and the only reason I named it that really is because, you know, people on the left are maybe not as present in the prepping community. Mud. And, you know, prepping should be for everyone, but it tends to be, certainly online, and there's nothing wrong with that, this by the way, very much a sort of thing for those on the right. But I'm pretty convinced there's probably lots of preppers on the left out there, and hopefully this could be a part of their prepping home. But to move on from that, a little bit about me. So, you know, I've been into sort of survival and bushcraft and wild camping really for about 5 years. So my home turf is Dartmoor, so I've been doing that, coming up here since a child, and I think my first camp up here was when I was 11 with my dad. And yeah, but in the last few years, I've been increasingly sort of interested in survival, and over the last 2 years or so, prepping as well. Because, you know, it's an unstable world, and as COVID showed us, things can change quite quick. And if you just imagine for a second, COVID was a bit worse than what it was, say COVID mixed with Ebola. You know, everyone would be in a world of pain, and the people who would be better off would be those that are preppers, because they can stay out of the way a bit more. So what sort of stuff will we be doing on this channel? Well, a few different bits. So it'll be very much focused on preparedness and survival. Now look at this spot. Just wandering around around the spot here. Got some water there. Lovely flat bit. I don't know if you can see it. And well out the way of anyone else. Might be a camp spot. Anyway. So yeah, so the main focus of the channel will be preparedness and survival. And, you know, I'm quite an advocate of the principles of survivalism. And what I mean by that, because there's lots of mixed definitions of it, isn't that, you know, if shit hits the fan, we should all go into the wild and survive. In the UK, that's hard to do, even with places like this, like Dartmoor. One, we're not particularly skilled at it, even if you try. You know, going to bushcraft courses and practice every once in a while isn't the same as sustaining yourself for weeks and months on end in this sort of environment. And also, you know, your home's a good shelter. Why would you abandon it and, you know, go isolate yourself? But aspects of survivalism and bushcraft this ties into as well. Foraging, how to gather food, how to prepare food, how to have safe drinking water, which I've got a video coming out with, about soon. You know, how to make fire, how to Okay, all those things are relevant not just if the world collapses and society breaks down, but also, you know, if there's food shortages, we're seeing that potentially come up soon, and certainly next year there's a bit of a risk for that. Could be that your water supply's contaminated. I saw that in Devon not so long ago, where the whole area, all their water was contaminated. They weren't able to drink it, and they were relying on handouts from, you know, the local councils to help them through that, which is fine, but that's relying on someone else. And I think there's one thing, preppers certainly, even those on the left, that you're better off relying on yourself if you can, and then welcoming any extra support if it comes your way, you know. And also, although I've said all that about going into the wilderness and surviving, if there was a major disaster and you did have to leave your house, you're in so much more of a better place if you can manage, you know. And that doesn't have to be survivalism, actually. You could do that with your normal wild camping. If you can manage up on Dartmoor for a few days, then you're probably good if you have to get out of your house and travel somewhere, you know. So yeah, so that's kind of the gist of my channel. It doesn't necessarily have a particular direction or anything. As I kind of implied, I'm not necessarily an expert. I've been doing this for a little while, but very much still learning and finding things out. Because anyone that's kind of got into bushcraft and survival or prepping, you kind of know learning the theory is very much different from applying it, and when you actually practice it, which I encourage everyone to do, you start to realise how much more difficult everything is. So yeah, so that's me. I hope you enjoy the videos. Please do like and subscribe if you feel compelled to, that is. Not forcing it on anyone. And I hope you enjoy some of the videos. So I'll be uploading around once a week. When I've got time, I'll do more. And yeah, I hope to see you there. Okay, catch you later.